Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 7. I honestly can't believe that we're an entire week into this adventure of posting every day. If you haven't been here before, my name is Laura and I'm the owner of Oak Street Exchange. This month I'm posting daily videos for Vlogmas to walk through everything I'm doing to help start my own small business. One of my goals this month was to show you how I post items on Facebook. I also want to start posting more on Facebook because I think some of this furniture will be ready in January and February. I've heard that that's a slow time in the booth. I've only had it for 3 months, so I don't know yet, but I want to be prepared with other ways to sell items. Today is the perfect day to talk about Facebook because not only am I going to list some items, I also have a few to go pick up. Now this week I have a lot of extra items that I can sell on Facebook, but what I usually do is pick things that don't necessarily go with my vibe of the booth, but I've kind of ended up with them over time. I actually ended up with a vase that kind of matches this one. I feel like it's shopping in your own garage at this point. This one is what I was looking for. I think these kind of pair well together. I also have another set of glass items that I had set aside for this, right here. So these small glass dishes I think are really pretty. I'm sure a lot of people just kind of inherit them and have them sitting around, but being that it's Christmas, these would look really cute with candy. So I'm gonna clean these up and sell them as a set too. And then this clock, I've actually been waiting for the perfect way to sell it. I originally bought it for the booth. It works. I need to reset the time, but it works. This just doesn't fit the aesthetic that I'm going for, especially with the reset in spring. And being that it's almost Christmas, someone might need a last minute gift. And then the last thing. The last thing I have is actually this painting. I got this at the auction. The reason I really bought it was for the frame. I thought the frame was gold and I have like a collection of gold frames in my booth. It's not. But it's also pretty and it's really big. The price tag on the back says $229, which is impossible. And being that it's Christmas, sometimes people like to redecorate. Now that we have everything picked out, there are a few steps we need to do before we actually list them on Facebook. We're actually gonna wait a minute to keep working on the posting because it's time to go pick up the stuff that I got on Facebook. Now there are a few things to keep in mind. I know, first of all, definitely pay attention to who you're buying things from. I always make sure there's more than one picture. Seems like sometimes the scammers who just want your information will post a picture of something really cool, maybe cheap, but definitely make sure there's more than one picture. You can click on someone's profile if they're selling something and usually see something that's public that they posted. If they don't have any friends and there's no information, they might not be real. It's okay to message anybody because you can block them, but if someone asks for your phone number, it's a no go. For this, I am going to their house to pick it up, so they messaged me the address after we arranged everything. I also have no expectation that I'm going to meet or talk to these people. They seem super nice, but it's just not needed. And that's okay with me. We still have those plastic bags. I got these items for free. Even if you're paying money for something, you still don't need to see the people. You can just put it in their mailbox or under their doormat. There's also neighborhood groups. This is actually from our Buy Nothing group. Like I said, I got it for free. I have no intention of selling these items, but I am excited to decorate with them. These are the bifold doors that I just picked up on Facebook. I have no intention to sell these, but I do think I'm gonna try and use them in my booth as part of the decor, if that makes sense. These are a really neat vintage olive color. This one still has the doorknob. It's starting to get a little late in the day, so it's hard to see the color. And then this one they painted white, but I assume that it started out like the olive green. So I don't know if I'll paint the other two white or if I'll keep them green. If you're looking for different things for yourself, definitely look in your community groups. I'm so happy that someone took the time to post these instead of just throwing them out. I will tuck these away, hopefully, and they'll mix in with everything else. And then when I'm ready to use them, they'll be here. But that means we are ready to get everything set for us to post on Facebook. The clock and the artwork are really easy. Those two I'm just gonna use Windex and clean them up. My rule of thumb is I clean them as much as I'd want them clean in my house. That's both for the booth and Facebook. After cleaning, it's time to actually take pictures. For glass items, I actually use Mr. Clean and Dawn. So if they're really dirty, I start with Mr. Clean, and then I finish everything, especially if it's like a candy dish or something, with Dawn soap so that it's ready in case someone uses it right away with food. If you do ever get anything like this, make sure you wash it before you use it too. I've also taken over this shelf, so that's my drying rack. I'll give those a minute to dry, and then they'll be ready for pictures. Now we have everything. Now that we have everything inside, cleaned, and ready to go, it's time to take pictures. I always take all of my pictures at one time. That way, when I sit down to actually upload, it goes much faster. We're gonna start with these bowls and candy dishes. As much as I would love to just take a picture of them, I always stage them in the room so that people have an idea of what they would look like in their house. After I take the pictures, I always flip through them to make sure I have what I want. I want to make it clear that there's two candy dishes. They're about the same size and that they would match together. I actually took them from the top and the bottom. I'm gonna say that there's no chips or cracks, but I want people to be able to see that for themselves. For the second set of dishes, I think they would look cute in a living room. That's where I always picture random candy being. So I'm gonna put them on our little table here and stage a few things with them. You helping, bud? I want them to look natural, but it's also not natural to have 3 of them all together. But I did add this decorative book so that it looks a little more natural. That just leaves the clock. I think those pictures will be okay. I had to really adjust to not get the shadow of the light, but I think they'll work. The clock is another thing I'm gonna make sure I have measurements before I start posting. But now that I have all of my pictures, I can actually go to the computer and start making posts. And this can be really intimidating to people who've never done it before because there's a lot of questions to answer. But Facebook Marketplace is set up to easily walk you through every single one. I usually use my phone because it's really easy to upload the pictures that you also took on your phone. But today I'm gonna use my computer so that I can show you the steps. The first thing you want to do is go to Facebook Marketplace. Here you can see everything that's for sale. Do not get distracted, you're here to sell. So we click on selling. It shows that I'm not currently selling anything, which makes sense. I'm gonna select create a listing. It asks you if it's an item for sale, a vehicle, or a home. This is just gonna be an item. So the right section is just giving you a preview of what your ad's gonna look like. The left is where you're actually gonna add everything. I usually start with pictures. It is one of the most important things, but you wanna make sure that you get those added. While those are uploading, go ahead and go to your title. These are gonna be three glass handy dishes. I'm gonna sell these for $10. I have no idea what these are, so I'm not gonna put antiques. I'm gonna call it decorative accents. Then you need to write a description, and it's okay to make this as short or as long as possible. You can add different things in. I just wanted to describe the dishes. I added that it's perfect to decorate for the holidays, so that gives them an idea of what to do with it because these are decorative. And I'm just kind of testing the waters as far as selling things that are decorative. I just wanted to add that. I would like to read that, so why wouldn't someone else? And then I put cash only. You can also put the pickup type, so if you want to meet in a general location or do porch pickup. I have done both, but the biggest thing is to do what makes you feel comfortable. Over here on the right, you can see that the ad is kind of starting to fill itself out. Make sure you take out any duplicates of pictures, and then I'm just gonna list them on Marketplace. You can list them in other groups if you have those or if you're in them, and then you click publish. And then you wait patiently while it publishes. Now, once someone does want to buy it, they're gonna send you a note on Facebook Messenger. During this entire process, you will never have to give out your email address or, more importantly, your phone number. All of the contact can happen on Facebook Messenger. Now, the other great thing about Facebook Marketplace is you can actually click on their profile. Some information on everybody's profile is usually public. So you'll at least be able to see that they maybe have friends, that they live in your local area. There's just information that you can gather to make sure that they're a real person. Even then, I'm not going to give them my phone number. While you're here to sell something, it is definitely more important to keep your information private. Facebook makes the communication really easy, so it's okay to ask them as many questions as you want. I am going to go ahead and post the other items, and since it's Vlogmas, I'll be able to show you in a few days how they do. Thanks for following along. I will see you tomorrow for day 8.